We are back. Gonna be doing arms and shoulders today. We're back on barbell shoulder press. We were feeling pretty good last time and we were coming back from being sick. So I think today we might try and tick up our weight a little bit and just see what happens. And then from there we'll move into biceps, followed up by dips with leg raises. I am going to go back to the old order and do biceps first before dips, just so I can maximize on my dip reps as much as possible. And then from there we'll end off with a little tricep isolation and we'll call it a day. So let's just go ahead and dive in. Alright, 155, 7 reps. That's a new PR, and I think that gave me the confidence. I'm gonna go up to 165 and see how that feels. So let's give it a shot. Alright, we got cable curls all set up here. We're gonna do one arm at a time like we did last time. Knock out 5 sets real quick. Let's get started. Well, for the first time with this new camera, I did the thing and I forgot to hit record on this last set. We ended up doing 9 reps on each side. These are going really freaking well today. I think I'm only gonna do 4 sets of curls instead of our normal 5 because these feel powerful and focused. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out 2 more and we'll move on to dips. Alright, here we go, dips with the leg raise. Let's see if we can beat our PR today. I don't know, I'm feeling pretty gassed after those curls, but let's see what happens. No PR today. I think the 3rd set of barbell shoulder press really does a number on our dips, but we still did way better than last time after diving straight into dips after shoulder press. I think doing biceps after shoulder press is the way to go to maintain solid dip reps, but let's just go ahead and knock out 3 more sets of these and we'll move on to our final exercise. Alright, we're gonna knock out a couple sets of Skullcrushers supersetted with narrow grip press to end off. Let's just rep out as much as we can. All right, that is gonna be it for today. Another absolutely killer freaking workout. I really feel like I am back in the groove after being sick for like a week straight. Barbell shoulder press today. Okay, we are really going up in numbers. This is an exercise that I struggled with for such a long time, and it is so rewarding to actually be making some serious progress. It really is. Yeah, the first set of 155 for 7 reps, PR'd, and then went into 165, 2 sets of 3. I feel like if I treat that first set of 155 as more of a warm-up, maybe just give it 3 reps, I could easily crank out 4 or 5 reps at 165, which is where I think my focus needs to be next time I have a shoulder day. Progress, huge progress has been made today. Moving into cable curls, freaking blew it on the second set and forgot to record it, but not my first time, won't be my last time, I can guarantee it. Only ended up feeling like we needed 4 sets today. By the time I got to that 4th set too, I was really feeling the burn. I think those are an excellent addition to our arms and shoulders day. I really felt like I felt powerful today, and the rep range was really freaking good at 60 pounds too. So we might even be able to chuck another 5 to 10 pounds on there come next arms and shoulders day, maybe at least even just for the first set or 2, and just really start cranking things out here. Then moving into dips, tried to match our PR, couldn't quite get there. I came up 2 reps short. You know what, I feel like adding in this 3rd set of shoulder press and not to mention going up in weight today, definitely has a burn effect. You know, it definitely saps some energy going into dips, but that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. Shoulder press is my main compound exercise here, so I definitely want to be putting as much of my energy into that as possible, with dips being a close second. Even that being said, on our first set we came up too short, but on our second set we gained a rep improvement, and then in our 3rd and 4th sets, 12 reps apiece. I think maybe even our 4th set we were doing 11, so we might have even had an improvement there too. Even though we didn't get it on our first set, we came back around on our next sets afterwards. And then ended off the day with some Skullcrushers, supersetted with narrow grip press. That exercise is just always a freaking burner. It really is. If you're out there and you've never given it a try, give it a try. Your triceps are screaming by the end of the narrow grip press. Not to mention, it's also, at the end of a day like this, it's just a tertiary way of targeting a little chest, and the triceps love it. So yeah, so all in all, freaking today was an excellent day. Time-wise, oddly enough, we ended up almost exactly the same as our last day, because the Skullcrusher with the narrow grip press always seems to take a little bit longer than just doing some overhead extensions. The setup and the actual set itself, I think, just takes a little bit longer. Plus, we went up in weight today in our shoulder press, so I think there was a little bit of added rest time and setup breakdown time there as well. We ended off with a total time of 53:47 today, which last time we ended off at a total time of 53:43, which is pretty freaking funny, only 4 seconds off. Hey, consistency, I guess, in some regard. But yeah, so that is gonna be it. I'm gonna get on out there and have a nice little walk on this partly cloudy day. Tomorrow will be a rest day, so I will be back the day after tomorrow with legs.